So I'm just going to do one lap with each of the main 3 tricks, and then go back and talk about each one in a bit more detail. That's the red rock shortcut. And here we've got this shortcut between these 2 black rocks here. And then they lead up to the signpost shortcut. Oops. So that's one lap there. So this red rock shortcut, you kind of want to aim for the middle of that rock. So, okay, so the lead up to it. Let's talk about the lead up to it. So you come in from your previous lap, take the left rail, trick left, left, right, and then jump off around there. So left, left, right, then jump off around here, and then you're going to do a trick off of the edge of that wall. So the edge of this wall here to reach the red rock. And you kind of want to aim for like right in the middle of the rock, vertically and horizontally, and this will take a lot of trial and error until you get used to it. Ride along the wall and then jump off so that you ride along the side of the bridge. Now it's a pretty small target, so it will take some trial and error, but eventually you will ride along that wall consistently. Yeah. I find it easiest to do a left trick here off this. Oh, the trick got eaten. A left trick off of that wall to reach the red rock. And then a right trick onto the wall, onto the side of the bridge. And this is fast because it essentially just cuts the whole corner. There's also an item up here, I believe, online, so that's also good. Then we go across this bridge, and it's fastest to do these tricks here, but really in a match you should just trick so that you don't get hit by shells or whatever. Because a lot of people will shell along the rails. Thank you, Train. That's very kind of you. And then we have these 2 black rocks here. Now if you have a shroom, you can shroom through here if you like. But you can kind of go over this off-road without going all the way around on the right-hand side, which is quite slow. So we could do this instead, but we can instead cut straight through by, as soon as we land here, charge a charge jump, okay, that's really annoying, jump onto the left wall, jump onto the right wall, and then trick off to the left again. And you can clip a bit of the grass while you come in, just to make it a bit easier to land on the wall. Obviously it's faster if you don't, but you know, if you're like at the front and you're trying to just sustain a lead, you don't want to make any mistakes. So something, yeah, like that, if you try and go too low, it might not work. Yeah. And then once you're through here, we have the signpost cut, which is probably the hardest part. So the lead up is important. It doesn't really matter what you do, as long as you can either trick right off this rail here, or it might be easier for you to go onto this yellow rail early and trick forward to land on this yellow rail here. So the important thing really is that you end up on this yellow rail here, leading onto this black rail. I believe the fastest way to do it, the way World Record does it, well, World Record actually does some other crazy skip that I don't know how to do, but they end up on the left rail here, and they sort of do a forward trick to here, right trick, forward trick, and right trick. Right tricking off that last rail is faster because in Mario Kart World, right tricking is, or left or right tricking is faster than forward tricking. Probably something to do with like how they some vectors, or maybe it's on purpose. But yeah, so right tricking is generally faster. Whenever you can right trick, you right trick, and that's why we right trick off here to this rail. Okay, so now you're on this rail, this yellow rail. Oops. Okay, it's a bit weird without the speed. You go until the third yellow knuckle there. So you see as I drive along here. Oh gosh. Kind of hard to illustrate. Let's see if I can go slow on the way. So 1, 2, 3. So after that third one. 1, 2, 3. You would trick left after the third yellow knuckle. And then what you want to do is you left trick and then left trick again in the air. As early as you can. That second left trick should be as early as you can. And then you ride the wall up and right trick off so that you slightly collide with the signpost. And you should get that boost off the signpost. And if your timing on the 2 left tricks and the right trick are correct, then that boost will send you over to the shipping containers here on the right. And you should land on the railing on the left side of these shipping containers. You might have to do a right trick there, like I did just now, to make sure you land on top. Oh, just barely missed. So this can be a little bit inconsistent. I'm not sure. I think it is consistent, but it's just kind of hard. But even if you miss it and it goes wrong, you can do another trick and latch on to this shipping container wall and just continue racing as normal. So if it didn't go well, just do this, and then you can take this mushroom cut like usual and everything's fine. So even if it goes wrong, there's not really any risk to you. But yeah, so you go ahead, left, right, not quite. Left, right, onto the side. Oh. A bit higher than that. Left, right. No. There we are. And then trick right onto the wall, left onto this rail, and then you can just go all the way around here. And this shortcut's really fast because you cut off that whole corner that you'd have to drive down on the floor over here. You gotta take all of this, but instead you take this corner super tight and at maximum speed because you're on the rail. You can make this even slightly faster. Oh, it's a bit easier to do at full speed, which is how you will come in. By doing a forward trick, and then a right trick, and then trick right, and come over here, and then you can do it all again. Let me know if you have any questions, but I think that's kind of mostly it for Whistlestop Summit. A big thing here playing online is that people will often hit you with shells on the rails. So jumping over those is good, or sometimes if you see someone's just got like triple green shells in front of you, don't take whatever shortcut, because you're going to get hit and fall to your death and lose a whole load of time. No, so you don't want to do that.